What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, February 1st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 4-game slate tonight. So let's take a look at the point guard position. So I'm going to start off here with a value play. I like Keyonte George from the Utah Jazz playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a good defense overall. They've been good versus opposing point guards, but Keyonte George averaging 21.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 24 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. He's projected at 21.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.8 times value. He's $3,700 DraftKings salary, $1,400 more on FanDuel. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 234.5 points scored in this game. Keyonte George has scored 19, 13, and 12 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 22, 26, and 12 minutes. So I like Keyonte George here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. So I pretty much like every player on this team here tonight. So you could stack this team. A lot of good value and fantastic matchups and players that just should put up plenty of fantasy points to hit value. So I like Drew Holiday from the Boston Celtics playing the LA Lakers, who have the 7th worst defense overall, give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Drew Holiday averaging 31.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 34 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He's projected at 32.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 240.5 points scored in this game. And Drew Holiday has scored 38, 30, and 18 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 39, 33, and 27 minutes. But I like this pick because Drew Holiday has scored 42, 38, 53, 45, and 35 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Lakers. So I like Drew Holiday here versus the LA Lakers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Josh Hart from the New York Knicks playing the Indiana Pacers, who have the 10th worst defense overall, give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Now Josh Hart, he's only averaging 22.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game, but he has been on absolute fire the last 3 games, scoring 49, 33, and 33 fantasy points, playing 42, 39, and 32 minutes. So he's got a good matchup. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary, $200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks it's going to be a high-scoring game, 240 points scored in this game. Josh Hart has scored 28, 34, 41, 40, and 35 fantasy points in his 5 games versus the Pacers. So I like Josh Hart here versus the Indiana Pacers. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. So I'm just going to give you another Celtics player. This guy just looks too cheap here, although he played 31 minutes last game, scored 38 fantasy points. So I like Kristaps Porzingis from the Boston Celtics playing the LA Lakers, who have the 7th worst defense overall, middle of the pack defending opposing power forwards. Kristaps Porzingis averaging 36.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He's projected at 36.4 fantasy points here tonight. Now that's 4.8 times value, but I think he can put up 40 plus fantasy points here tonight. He's 7,500 DraftKings salary, 600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 240.5 points scored in this game. And Kristaps Porzingis scored 38 fantasy points last game, played 31 minutes. Looks like he was coming off of rest or some injury there. But he should be good to go for his full allotment of minutes here tonight in a good matchup in a high-scoring game. So I like Kristaps Porzingis, and one of the major reasons I like him, he scored 53, 50, 49, 40, and 40 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Lakers. So he knows how to score on the Lakers. So I like Kristaps Porzingis here versus the LA Lakers.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the center position. Here's a value play here. Take a look at John Collins from the Utah Jazz playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a good defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing centers. Now, John Collins averaging 28.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He's projected at 25.4 fantasy points here tonight, although I think he can put up 30 plus fantasy points here, get you 5 times value or more. And he's 5,900 DraftKings salary, 500 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 234.5 points scored in this game. John Collins has scored 31, 30, and 39 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 28, 21, and 30 minutes. So I like John Collins here versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.